You're wearing your jacket?
It's cold in here. I might take it off.
Baby, there's room in here. So little room. If you guys can tell me what song that is.
I can't.
That's a little quiz. It's like a radio being like, first one to radio in with the name of that song might win a Tim's gift card. That doesn't have money on it.
Empty Tim's gift card.
Yeah. Hey.
Hi. Welcome to episode 7. So, like, we've been doing it for, like, 7 weeks.
That is what that means.
That is a long time. That's, like, almost 2 months.
And we aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Only thing that
Even
can
though
stop
you guys
us,
want us to.
the only thing that can and will stop us is school or my dad telling me to stop.
We can find a different location.
He wouldn't.
He would never.
He'd listen and be like, I don't like it.
I don't like the things you're saying. Just bad words.
You're swearing. That's literally what would bother him the most. It's funny.
The one bad word you say every episode.
Yeah.
We don't have a really clear.
No, it's another off the dome.
Yeah, I'm sorry we
podcast.
don't have another guest to
liven it up and make it more interesting.
Yeah, so it's just
You're
us
stuck
again.
with us.
We added one more little light. It's a headlamp.
It's a headlamp that my father got me for Christmas because he was like, for next time you go camping. And I was like, yeah,
I'm gonna use it for my podcast. We're gonna look into actual lighting if this still looks stupid, but
yeah, we're improving. It looks just a little bit brighter on the thing.
Yeah,
but I think it's because the reason why it looks so like orange is because the desk lamp we're using is like yellow and like fluorescent. Oh yeah, and my above light is also yellow tone. Sorry,
I keep looking at the camera and then looking at you, and it's just like lights, like just dots.
You can see like your blood cells.
Yeah. Speaking of dots in my vision, I had a migraine like 2 days ago, and it was. I've had them before, but this was like the longest. We were at work, and Chris had to take me home. I was like scanning files, and then I also, to preface this, the day before I had gone into work by myself and ate like 2 granola bars, and then I like barely ate for the rest of the day, and then I was scrapbooking, so I was like hunched over.
No blood flow to her brain.
No blood flow. Also, on my period.
Taryn, don't say that. God, you're so disgusting.
Sorry, but like it's a contributing factor. So, losing blood, not eating, spine in half, on my feet all day, and then the next day, just like did it again, and then I've had them before, but yeah, I was just scanning and I was like, so I can't feel my hands. They're just like numb, and I was like, no, I can't. I've had them before, and I know that it's just like there's nothing I can do. It's just gonna happen. So once my hands get numb, then I'm like, there's only a matter of time before I stop being able to see. So I get a blind spot in my vision, and I stop being able to speak or text properly. So the texts to my mom are so funny because it's just gibberish. I'm like, I'm so like, because I can't like think at all. And then, yeah, you drove me home, and I was like, I can't say anything because I'm gonna say something and it's not gonna make sense, and then I'm gonna freak you out, and I don't.
No, I was like, I don't know. I think we've been friends for fucking 10 years. I was like, we can sit in silence.
No. I was like,
I'm
literally
gonna
can't.
try to make a joke, and it's not gonna be. Who's gonna laugh at it?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I'm laughing that I actually couldn't understand what you're saying. And then I was gonna text you after, and I was like, it's not gonna make sense because I'm not all the way there again, and then I'm gonna freak out. But I got home, and my mom was like, she had like 2 Advil. She had 2 Advil and 2 Tylenol, and she was like telling me which ones to take now and which ones to take later or whatever. And she's like saying a full sentence, and I can't understand. I need like 1-word answers because I'm like, my brain isn't working. So I took both like Advil extra strength or whatever. And then after I took both of them, she was like, did you take both of them? And I was like, what? Wow. And she's like, you weren't supposed to take both of them. And I was like, I can't understand anything you're saying. And then I just like tried to go to sleep. And
she's ODing on Advil apparently.
So once I take drugs, then like the weird like stroke symptoms go away. But I just had like a headache for 2 days, and I was like, this sucks ass.
Yeah.
I drank a lot of water though.
Yes, her yearly supply.
Yeah, is when I run out of so much water that my brain shuts down. No, I get migraines sometimes, which is just a stroke. Like, it just is the symptoms of a stroke, but it's not a stroke. I get panic attacks, which is just a symptom of a heart attack, but without the heart attack. I'm like, why does my body want to kill me so bad? It's just like playing little pranks on me.
You know what you do to it.
Yeah.
You know what you put it through.
Yeah. No, I'm like, I really need to just like eat on a schedule instead of just waiting till I'm like starving.
Yeah.
Because I just don't know I'm hungry till
I'm like too lazy to like cook myself food, so I'm like, it's fine, I could go another hour.
Literally, like I'll figure it out later. And then I'm like,
wait, my tummy hurts.
Why does my tummy hurt?
Literally. But then I don't know, the waves. It's just so unhealthy.
It's so unhealthy. Like, I probably should, but it's like, is it worth it?
We love bad relationships with food. Yeah. Yes. I need someone to cook me. Like,
literally
ready-made meals. And like those videos, it's like, watch what I make for my kids for lunch, and she like cuts her
that's why I can't have kids.
Well, I can never do that.
I could not cook for myself. Like, when I go to university, it's like meal plan, and then so it's 4 years of just someone deciding what I eat every day.
Yeah. And
then I'm gonna go into the world and I'm gonna be like,
where's my lunch box?
Because it's canned soup every single day.
Oh, genuinely. Campbell's. Like
shoplifted
Dollarama. Yes. Oh.
Posture check.
My back cracked so nice. Sorry. I almost just projectile vomited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry if you hear a little crinkling. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. I might throw that away.
Jeez.
We have little drinks again from because it was Farron's last shift, and we're such good friends. Oh, I should bleep where she works.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. From where Farron works.
And
not anymore. Not after today.
She
made me a delicious rose syrup iced Earl Grey latte, and it's actually so good.
Yeah, and I got an iced dirty chai because I haven't had one of hers before.
Yeah,
it's pretty delicious. So my heart's gonna start palpitating soon. We should talk about different kinds of coffee.
Should we?
Because we were just saying how like there's something about Starbucks.
Oh,
like,
that's what you mean. I was like, oh, we're gonna talk about medium roast and dark roast.
Like,
I don't know any of that.
No.
Yeah.
There's something about Starbucks. Do you see that video? You know, I don't know, on Twitter, it's the picture. It's like the man like before and after war, and he has like so many wrinkles. And someone quote tweeted it, being like, me after a venti cold brew from Starbucks.
Actually, me in grade 10 after a vanilla sweet cold foam.
You got Starbucks fucking every day. Also.
Yeah. I would get it every day, and I'd have a panic attack every day, and I was like, this is
like,
so weird. And then I'd make it from home sometimes, and I would still get panic attacks, and I'd be like,
I wonder what the problem is.
But Starbucks is so much worse for that.
Like,
and
so
the decaf is not decaf.
No.
I don't think it's decaf.
Like,
they're lying.
Like Starbucks coffee. Like, I wonder if they like roast their beans like lighter or something, because then they have more caffeine in it. But like, I don't know, because we were saying that like Tim's coffee doesn't like have nearly the same effect.
They burn the shit out of that stuff. I love it.
Which is like different, because it's weird, because Starbucks to me tastes like darker, but Tim's tastes like a lighter roast.
It tastes like more like coffee. Like lighter means more caffeine, right? Yeah, it tastes more like coffee, but it tastes like burnt.
Yeah, it doesn't taste amazing, but
no, it tastes cheap.
It tastes like $2.
Yeah, which no, I was gonna say another contributing factor to my migraine. I had a red eye ice cap with the espresso shot because I wanted to try it, and I can never have coffee, and I was like, if I just have like one like every 2 months, like I'm good. And it was like good, and I definitely felt the little like pitter patter. But I was like, this is fine, and then I went to bed, and then that was just a contributing factor to everything.
I also feel like with caffeine, like you need to eat.
Yeah.
Or else it, like me, I ate that croissant. That's all I've eaten today. I'm like,
Me with this tea.
Yeah, it's
just like a syrup.
No, tea is so... I just started drinking tea, as you guys might have heard.
Yeah, her tea journey.
Yeah, I'm starting with chai because it tastes the yummiest. But, because... Well, tea's also supposed to make you, like, sleepy, but it also has a bit of caffeine in it. So, like, I literally can go, like, highs and lows. Where I'm like, I feel like I'm getting caffeine from this, but I'm like, no, I feel like my brain is being sung a little lullaby.
I would love to experience any drug. I would love to experience how it affects other people. Like, how it's supposed to affect people.
Yeah.
Like caffeine, like...
Oh, your eye twitching when you do that.
Anything.
Yeah, no, I don't know. But I was gonna say, like, when I get from, like, local roasters, like, what I'm drinking right now, but it's, like, 50-50. Like, I feel like the caffeine works the most normally. Like, I'm still, like, anxious, but it, like, tastes so much better to me.
Yeah.
And so I'm, like,
it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice it for this as opposed to, like, Starbucks. But
yeah. If I'm gonna spend $6 on a coffee, it's gonna be from our
local
bestie Taryn.
Yeah. And she's my favorite coffee roaster.
Yeah. But she's going on a trip for, like, literally
Forever.
6 months. So we'll maybe try and get her on the pod when she gets back and she can talk about her experiences. And we can just be silent for an hour and just be like,
how was
that? Was it so fun?
To Regina.
Yeah. Like, so, dong.
But yeah, we'll get her on one day. We have our list to work through of people. Mm-hmm. Get Kasha on one day. Get your mom to come on one day.
Oh God, no.
No. What?
We have to get Carson on.
Yeah.
That'll happen. He doesn't even listen to these.
But you know who does? The one commenter on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Taryn, like, alerts me about everything that happens on our account because,
I'm
like,
obsessed with numbers.
I actually never go on it.
And, like, for your own good. Because it just makes me actually sad every time. But so we talked about, like, the TikTok comments, like, a couple episodes ago, just being like, actually, why are you so pressed about, like, two girls having fun?
Don't cry.
I'm, like, just so emotional about it. And then I forgot to talk about, because that was the next two episodes after that were like guest episodes. She's falling asleep. Were the guest episodes, so I didn't want to, like, bring up, like, our numbers and stuff. Yeah. But we got some actually really nice comments on TikTok from, like, a bunch of girls just being like, you guys are really funny. I hope. And then I hope you get big. And then there was some, like, actual good tips about, like, get better lighting. Yeah. I was like, we are very aware. Thank you. We will be looking into that. And then one was like, you should, for, like, the clips, you should, like, zoom in so we can, like, see your faces better. And I was like, that is so smart. Yeah. So I did that on the last one, and it looks
it's crazy that people do that. Like, go out of their way to, like, give positive criticism.
It's like, you could have just liked it.
That's, like, every time, it's like me, because I'm so scared to comment on anyone's post and being like, it's not gonna be funny, and I'm gonna freak out. But, like, even, like, a random person,
I love doing that, especially on TikTok, because I'm like, no one I really know follows me, and, like, it gets lost in the comments, whatever. Just being like, slay, just being like, no, I don't know, it's so fun. And then sometimes the like, creator will like it, and I'm like, thank you. But on the flip side of that, we also, so I post clips on Instagram, like Instagram Reels, on TikTok, and then on, like, YouTube Shorts or whatever. And on the last episode, it, like, got way more views than like normal. Like, usually it's like 40 or something. Yeah. And this one got, like, almost 300, I think. Ooh. And so it got one comment that said, quote, "The friends who said they would start a podcast now actually did and have to awkwardly monetize their conversation." And I read it and I was like, monetize? Like, awkwardly? We have, like, 10 subscribers. Like,
yeah, I feel like,
I don't know. It made me think, like, why, like, TikTok and the internet has actually rotted all our brains to think that like anything you post on the internet has to be like
makes money and
has to be like, no, everyone needs to like this, everyone needs to see it, and needs to like get big numbers. It's like, I get it, like we're posting stuff on the internet, so like you're allowed to be critical. Like if you post something on the internet, you can't be like, why are people like seeing it and things, like having an opinion on it, because like that's just the way it is. But like, why, I don't know, it's just like,
I know, because well, also to make a joke on a video that has like fucking like tens of views and be like, when these two female besties are losers.
No, because that's what I wrote down too. And I was like, this one wasn't as mean as the TikTok ones, because the TikTok ones were like literally
like delete this,
yeah. But this one was more like, it looked like they were trying to make a joke that like other people would like.
Am I right, guys?
Being like, I don't like this, and I'm gonna make a joke. Literally, anybody. Like I'm gonna make a joke and like hope other people like this and like rally behind me. It's like, it's very funny to see it that way, because it's like you're making fun of us for like monetizing a conversation, which is true. Like it's funny to be like, to think that we need,
everyone has a conversation.
Like, also like we need people to see this, like people need to hear us talking to our friends. It's like, that's obviously a funny like just a juxtaposition or whatever, but it's also funny that you are like trying to like have a funny comment that like other people like, and that's what you're talking about. I don't know. I
feel like well, maybe we can make that clear that we obviously aren't expecting to like get big or anything, which is, you're probably like, oh, you're saying that now because you're flopping. So much hair just fell out of my head. But no, like, well, Taryn and I have been talking about this for a while, and it's also like, yeah, we're on our gap year. It's something to do. It's practice for Taryn, like for editing and stuff. She likes.
It's literally something I can put on my resume.
Yeah, and I made the cover art, and like that was fun for me. The whole like hour it took me for both the cover art and whatever. But also just like branding, like it's just like practice, just to be like you spend so many years of your life like looking at YouTube and content and media and like how people brand themselves.
Like this is how we grew up, so it's fun to be like, let's dip our toes in it.
It's exactly like when you're kids, you're like, I want to make a little movie.
Yeah, like you never get like. Also, yeah, in the like early internet, it used to be like people just like uploaded skits and like videos, and it wasn't like, oh, I'm getting viral. It's like, this is a fun thing I'm doing with my friends. So why can't this be a fun thing I'm doing with my friends? Also, like, I also wrote this down, and it's kind of the same, but like we've said this many times. It's literally just like an outlet and a way to like document our gap year. Yeah. Like every week of our gap year.
So
much.
In 5 years, we can be like, how did we talk to each other?
Exactly. And it's like it's just like a way to store it like on the internet instead of like on a hard drive, and then like our friends and family can watch.
Exactly. Just a fun little thing.
I don't know. I'm just like, again, if we're not your target audience, like scroll, say I'm not interested. It's like so funny to just be like, little button. You guys are like, nobody wants to see this. Yeah. Like that may be true, but
it's like, I'm sure a lot of people don't want to see it. That's why people don't follow me.
Yeah. That's why we have 50 followers on Instagram.
And we love every single one of you.
Yeah. And we're ride or die.
Just kidding. Like, I actually, like, that's actually a lot.
No, we hit 50 and I was like, that's a milestone.
Like, hell yeah, baby.
Because, like, yeah, it's mostly people we know. On, like, TikTok and YouTube, we have, like, I don't know, like 16 followers or whatever. And it's, like, people we don't know. I'm like, that's cool. We get saves.
My throat was making so many noises.
We get, like, you can see people save it. And I'm like, that just means people are, like, saving it. And, like, they'll try and, or, like, they're going to watch it or whatever. And on the analytics bar, you can see, like, we see it's mostly from Canada. It's mostly people we know. But then they'll be, like, UK or, like, Australia or something. I'm like,
that's funny.
That's like maybe
it's a map.
Maybe one or two people. Literally, she's like, I know something about this. No, like maybe one or two people who like we don't know personally are like watching this and being like, oh, this is silly, like that. I don't know. But yeah, every time I see a comment like that, I'm just like, is this actually what the internet is like? Like if you try and break into the internet at all now, it's like you get more hate comments first before you get any
like
nice
fans, if you will. I don't know. I feel like maybe we're dwelling too much on this, but
It just makes me mad.
Yeah.
Every time.
But whatever, haters stay mad.
Yeah.
And we're growing past that, remember, Taryn?
Right.
A New Year's resolution.
Yeah. If I'm not gonna be a hater, then like that's really
someone else
embarrassing.
has to.
Like you're gonna be a hater. So whatever.
Yeah. I was thinking of things to talk about, and I wanted to say that
she's holding her breath.
I'm holding my breath until I get my way. That I'm doing a full 180 this conversation. I got letterboxed.
Yeah. I told her to.
Yeah, Taryn was like, you should get it so I can actually see how many movies you watched.
I wanted, because we always say like Karissa hasn't seen any movies.
I genuinely have not.
I mean, like, you had like 30 or 300 logged. I have like almost 1,000. That's only like a third. Like, that's pretty good.
No, Kieran was like, I looked at Taryn's and like that's an illness.
It's a hobby, actually.
Yeah, sure. But no, it is kind of fun. I don't like having to rate every movie though.
You don't have to.
I know I don't, but it's
but yeah, just like
there's so many options, and I'm like, this would be fun if I had the time to like document everything. But I haven't seen some of these movies in like 10 years. So
literally,
I don't know.
yeah. I just say like I've seen it.
Yeah,
I'll revisit it.
Well, what Kieran was saying, he's like, oh, you're not gonna rate it. That's a cop out. I'm like, but I don't
know
how much I liked it.
Yeah. That's like you start and you're like, I watched this when I was 5 and I haven't seen it since, but like I have to rate it.
Literally, me with Odd Life of Timothy Green. I'm like, I have no idea the plot of it. I just remember the scene I cried at. So
5 stars.
Guys, if you were wondering, I've cried at one movie in my entire life, and that was Odd Life of Timothy Green.
So funny, because like I cried at Wreck-It Ralph 2 days ago.
Like
yesterday.
I was thinking, I was like a kid, and I remember being like, all my friends say they cry at movies. Why have I never cried at a movie before? But I remember Leah was over and we were watching Odd Life of Timothy Green, or it was just playing or something, and I just like paid attention to that one scene, and I was like violently sobbing, just being like, guys, I don't want to die.
Literally. No, I definitely cried at that movie, but that not surprising.
Yeah.
So that was no, because that's just like a kid dying, and you watch it came out when we were kids, and we're just like, oh. So you're telling me this could happen to me?
Yeah, literally. Kind of fucked if you think about it.
Yeah. Whoever made that movie,
like, is messed up.
Like, lock them up.
But no, I think it's fun to just like scroll through movies that my friends have seen, and you can add them to like a watch list, and it can be more like this, just the movies out instead of just writing in my notes out movies I want to see.
Yeah.
And like look at all of them.
Because then when people watch Jesus Christ, I saw that out of my peripheral. I saw it move.
I cracked my elbow.
Jesus. Like, the people I follow, if they, like, watch a movie and they rate it and they review it, and then I read the review and I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. Then I add it to my watch list. It's, like, so fun. Because there's so many movies that I literally never would have heard of if it weren't for that. Or just, like, lists on there and stuff.
So many. Like, the All Too Well short film, I saw that on there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
She came with money moves.
When I was when I had a migraine, I was like, I can't sit in silence because my ears will start ringing and I can't sleep, so I need something to like lull me to sleep. So I watched Princess and the Frog, but I couldn't look at my screen because it would hurt my eyes, so I just closed my eyes and just like pictured it because I've seen it so many times, and I just mouth along to the words, and then it didn't help me. Actually, no, I did fall asleep, but then
actually, no, I did.
And then I watched Wreck-It Ralph and I cried. And then I watched The Menu.
Yeah.
We both watched The Menu
in
like 2 days without
knowing that.
Yeah. Separately.
The line cooks at my work yesterday were talking about The Menu and being like, the way, like, okay, when I was describing it to Farron yesterday, I was like, I'm just regurgitating what they said to each other, because they were pitching it to the head chef, being like, you should see this movie.
It's like, really, like, it's so you.
It's, he said it was right up your alley, but the whole thing being like, like a kind of like a revengeful chef, being like, clients like aren't worthy of my food, or customers aren't worthy of my food, and just like the way that one of the line cooks like said that, I was like, oh, you guys hate customers. Like, this is a passion project by an ex chef. Like, I believe it.
That is fun.
And also that movie's under 2 hours, so right up my alley.
Literally. No, we were like, planning on going out for pizza like once Karissa was done work, and I was like, I need to watch a movie, but like all the movies that I want to watch are like 3 hours, like 2.5 hours, so like I've been putting them off for so long. And then that like came up on Disney Plus, and I just like looked at it, and I was like, an hour and 48 minutes. Yeah.
Yes, please.
And I was like scrapbooking, so I didn't pay like super close attention, but like
you don't really have to.
I got the most of it.
Exactly.
It was mostly like dialogue heavy, so
yeah. I love Anya Taylor.
I was literally gonna say the exact same thing. She's so fun.
She's so pretty.
Literally, she's so like mesmerizing. Like you don't look like anyone else.
Yeah. Slayer.
That's me.
We shut off the camera for like 10 minutes and came up with so many concepts. So
yeah,
sometimes we just have to like shut up and think for a second.
Yeah.
And look where we are. But I remember what I was gonna say when we were talking about coffee is talk about coffee shops and coffee, like just what the vibes of most of them are, because obviously minimalism is taking over and like
the disease.
I hate it so much.
So gross.
But thinking about how in like 2015 I loved it so much. I was like, it just looks so futuristic and cool. But now I'm like, everything everywhere looks the same and nothing
all at once.
Yep. And nothing has character anymore, and it just feels like everything is just like produced and like
bring back like shitty looking places.
Yeah. With staff that are like straight to the point.
Yeah.
And
we're just like, you want water? And you're like, no. And they're like,
they're cool. And like
they leave you alone till you need something.
Like,
love it.
I don't know. Kill how are you as a question. Kill it. I hate it so much. Everyone just says good and then you move on.
And then if you're there with a group, you have to like, you can't all say like, how are you? So like you have to just like wait and see if someone says like, I'm good, how are you? Or like no one says it, and then it's like, yeah, we seem so rude. It's just the worst.
I just
be like, hope you guys are doing good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just say, what can I get you?
Yeah. Skip.
You know why we're here. We know that you know why we're here. We know that you don't actually care about us.
I'm here for a little drink, a little treat.
You guys have drinks.
I'm just gonna get a drink. But like, I don't know. I feel like I'm running out of like personality when I go to coffee shops, and I'm like, this is the same thing.
I'm being a fake person right now.
Like, this is not who I am. I feel like how are you is just such like a weird question. Like, people at work ask me that all the time, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm doing all right. Like, no one's gonna follow up.
No.
And I'm not gonna just start complaining about everything that's wrong in my life or everything that's good, because it's like we're at work.
That's not what they want.
No.
It's the same when we were talking about like Americans versus Canadians, like politeness. I'm like, why do we have to do that? Why do we have to? Like,
I've never asked anyone that, because I'm like, I actually don't care if you say good or bad or great. Like, I feel like you should be like, what did you do today? Or like anything like interesting. Like when
has your day been good so far? Or something? Just be creative with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just like, I actually don't have like a script in my head for like conversation pieces, and I need help with that. So if anyone can help me with that, that's like why I think I can't be a server, because that's what gets you to that like 25% tip is being personable, and I literally can't do that.
Or like remembering what they ordered.
Said. I'm good with that. So actually, I've made one mistake. Like, I'm good with that, and like, I'm not gonna be a bitch, and like, I know enough about like, sorry, I work in a restaurant, if you guys forgot, if you guys don't care about me or anything, but like I know enough about the menu. I don't know anything about drinks yet because I'm a little baby, but like, I'm like, I'll get better at that. That's just like information I need to memorize. But like, I actually like, I can't be like, especially, it's also like us being so like quiet, like soft spoken or whatever. Yeah. Like in real life, it's like, I can't be like, because I'm not confident.
No. So it's like you're literally putting on an act, and it's like, I can see right through you.
And then they ask me a question I haven't been asked before, and I break down. Yeah. I'm like,
can I go ask someone?
What's the most casual way to say, I need to call for help? I need
my lifeline.
You literally. That went off of what I meant to talk about, but with coffee shops,
kill minimalism.
Bring back like yeah, again, I was talking to my coworkers, and they're like, I want a coffee shop that feels like I'm in, like, Montreal or something. Like, feels like old and, like, has personality, and, like, someone actually, like, took time to construct it to feel that way. Because it's just so much more comfortable.
Yeah.
Than being, like, white painted walls and, like black accents. I'm just
black and kale, black and white.
No, those little punch boards. It's like the little holes.
Ugh.
Like, I'm sorry.
Michaels.
There's a few places that do that, and I don't like it.
No. Have a menu.
What about paper?
Do the fun chalk thing and, like,
yeah,
have, like, different color or, like, different chairs, like assorted chairs, and have, like, assorted cups, and have, like, wood tables, and have, like, booths, and have, like, cool lighting, and have, like, plants
and good music, and, like,
good music that's, like,
curate a vibe.
Don't put on, like, the radio. Yeah, curate, like, a playlist, like, that has to, that, like, matches your restaurant. And don't play it too loud. And be nice to me.
Yeah.
And bring, like, and have water.
And have water. No, I don't know. I feel like in Saskatoon news, you know that, I can't remember if I've mentioned the names of, like, restaurants here before.
We said Drift in the last one.
Oh, okay. We did. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Drift is closing, which we didn't even know was happening the day we went.
Like, so sad. That's our place.
Which, like, makes sense, because you just buy little things there, and they don't pay the bills to the building, but
yeah.
But then it's being taken over by Junior, apparently. And that makes me a little bit upset. Like, I'm not gonna go on a full tangent and be like, fuck Junior, but I'm like, boycott. I just don't like the vibes in there. I feel like Drift was, like, maximalist.
Yeah.
And that I really liked.
Plants everywhere. Yeah, literally what I was talking about.
Little trinkets,
like, assorted colors.
Yeah.
More than 2 colors in there. That's all it took.
They're gonna, like, black out the windows and be like, we want like a underground basement feel. I'm like,
industrial.
I'm offing myself.
Yeah. I'm moving on.
I hope they do something good, because that space, if you guys know, that space is so nice.
It's so big. There's so much room for.
And you can, like, open the garage, like, those doors in the summer.
So maybe if they do something cool,
I may be pissed off.
If they change, like, their drinks and their food menu,
yeah,
and everything.
No. I'm not a big fan of Junior.
I wasn't like I'm not so sad that Drift is leaving because of, like, their food. They just had iced lemon fogs with lavender syrup, and, like, lemon fogs with lavender syrup, and that was my favorite thing in the whole world.
Yeah.
And now, what other place has? Oh, City Parks has, like, lavender Earl Grey latte, which is, they have a really good lemon fogs. So if you're looking for a good lemon fog in Saskatoon, go to City Parks. I'm the master of lemon fogs. I'm the expert.
Yeah. But no, like, it was not like I was obsessed with Drift or anything. I genuinely just liked the vibes there. Yeah. Especially in the summer.
Yeah. If there was a better place going in there, then it'd be completely fine. It's just, like, of all the places.
It's just sad. It's the end of an era.
It is an end of an era. Yeah, it's just, like,
the high school era.
Literally.
That's where high schoolers go.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's where we always see everyone we know.
I don't know where they're gonna go now. It's
because all the good places are, like, so far away from like downtown now.
Yeah, it's also one of the main things people are being like, that's such a great location.
It's it's like really good.
Right by the river, and it's also right by, like, the mall.
Yeah. It's like it's the furthest commute that I have to take to go to, like, a local place and not, like, a chain coffee place. So it's, like, the only place I'd ever go by myself.
It's just sad. That's a sign of the times.
Just stop your
crying. It's a sign of the times. Another thing, in common news, the little mental list I made of things to talk about. The Golden Globes just happened.
Yes. I wrote that in my notes, too.
Yeah. I didn't know that was happening until the day of.
I did, because I have a calendar where I write down all the movies that are coming out. And I also wrote down when the Golden Globes are, and when the Oscar nominations go out, and when the Oscars are. So for February, I'm going to try and watch as many of the Oscar nominees as possible. So we'll see if I freaking do that, because I had a challenge this month, and then I got bored of it, so I didn't do it. But the Golden Globes, I made a list of, like, all my predictions, and also Like, it was like who I thought was gonna win and then who I wanted to win, and for the most part I was wrong about who I thought was gonna win, and it was mostly who I wanted to win. So I was actually excited about that because I read about it and they did like a whole revamp of their academy because there was a lot of complaints, like how like last year it was like just on Twitter, I think, or like they didn't have it last year, I can't remember what it was, but there was like a lot of complaints about just like
probably like who the fuck is the academy,
just
for any of these?
like I don't know, like 100 white guys. So they change it, so now I think it's like 51% women, it's like 52% non-white. So there's like diversity in those people. I think they were taking like bribes, like it was always a thing where like around award season they'd like, you know, be flown out places and like, or they'd get like gift baskets and stuff, and then those movies would tend to win even though they weren't good. I can't remember, there was a specific example where I was like, oh yeah, that should not have won, and it makes sense that like that's why it did. So I think they like banned that. They set up like a call center, so like you can call in if you like hear about like people taking bribes, and then I think they set up like, so the academy gets paid or something, the people get a certain amount of money, so like they get paid from it, so they don't need to be taking bribes or something. I don't know. I probably should have like looked into it more.
I know nothing, so you better not be lying to me.
I looked at one website. So I think this year was a little bit better.
Yeah,
like,
I just saw your stories and it seemed to go better.
It seemed, yeah, like it was, I was just expecting it to be like shitty award show, like, okay, they're just like stuffed up and they don't know like what people
stuffed
like.
Up?
Stuffy or whatever. They're stuffy.
What does that mean?
Just like stuffy old people. That's a word.
Snobby?
Stuffy's a word though. Whatever. I can say snobby, before. I guess. There was a few things though. Brendan Fraser did not win Best Actor for The Whale. I think Colin Farrell won though, which I haven't seen Banshees of Inisherin. I have to, but that's another one where I'm like, I need to pay attention to it. Yeah. Like I actually want to pay attention. So I don't doubt that like he probably deserved it, but I'm also like, that was the award show that Brendan Fraser got blacklisted from Hollywood because of.
I saw the tweet you liked of 90s Brendan Fraser. Yeah. I was like,
yeah.
I forgot about him.
Yeah. No. So yeah, that's the one. It was like someone who was a part of that academy that like assaulted him, and he spoke up about it, and then he was blacklisted. So I was like not surprised at all that he didn't win because of that, but also like, yeah, it's not like someone bad won. Like Colin Farrell's very Yeah, okay. I always get Colin Farrell and Colin Firth.
Yes, that's who I keep thinking it is.
Yeah. Okay. Colin Firth's the British guy.
Yes. The Mamma Mia guy.
Yeah. So that was fine. Top Gun Maverick was nominated for Best Drama Picture, and I was like, I have a feeling it's gonna win, but also Tom Cruise has also like boycotted the Golden Globes and stuff. Really? Like he like returned his 3 or something. That's a whole joke. So I was like, I don't think that.
You're a Scientologist. Okay.
Yeah. That's actually Kate. Yesterday, I'm divulging really quick. But my mom, we have like a couple channels of cable because of like Samsung TV or something. Okay. And my mom was watching MTV, I think. Okay. And I was like, or TMZ, not like TMZ. Yeah. Where they're talking about news or whatever. I was like, this is actually so like soul crushing to watch. But they pulled up a clip and it was John Travolta in front of a jet, and he just got like his like 707 or 737 license or something, which is like a huge commercial jet license. And I was like, what is with these Scientologist freaks and getting pilot license? Like, do they just hand them out for free when you join? I was like, there's something fishy.
Tom Cruise actually have his pilot license?
He has like every license ever. Yeah, like in Top Gun Maverick, he's flying all his.
I did not know.
You didn't know that? That was like the big thing. Is that, well, all the shots are them actually in the planes. So, like, the actors who aren't Tom Cruise, they're, like, in the back, and there's a real pilot in the front, so they just make it look like they're actually flying it. But, like, Tom Cruise is actually flying.
Okay, I don't know.
So, that's why, no, literally, that's why I liked it so much, because I was like, you're such a freak, but I love passion projects. Yeah. I love movies where I can tell that someone or a lot of people in the production were, like, super into this, and, like, yeah.
Making it good.
So yeah,
So,
I was like, I don't think
Scientology.
I was like, I don't think that he will win. I have a feeling that like they could win if maybe they didn't have like a history with Tom Cruise. But The Fabelmans won for best drama picture, and I was so happy. I was so excited.
No, I really liked it.
It was just so good. That's another like passion project, because it's literally about his life.
life.
So it's very easy to make that a passion project, but
yeah, I don't really pay attention. I just saw like Twitter highlights, but
yeah, I was on the ball. I saw everyone.
It seemed to be pretty
I still haven't. What?
It seemed to be pretty good. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I don't watch TV, so like Zendaya won for Euphoria.
Yeah.
And I was like, because she was up against Wednesday.
Oh.
And like Jenna Ortega.
What was it?
And I was like
best actress.
Best actress in like a TV
something.
TV drama or something. And I was like so scared because I'm like, Euphoria came out so long ago. I'm scared that like it's just like no one cares anymore, and it's like, oh my god, like TikTok, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, she won for best actress, and I was like, thank God, because when I was like watching Euphoria when it came out, I was like, she better win.
Yeah.
So it was exciting to see that.
I wish I could watch it, but I've never seen it.
You can watch it on my thing.
Oh my god.
So yeah, besides that, like I literally don't watch TV. Oh, Abbott Elementary. They won a bunch.
Yes.
And that made me really happy. I was rewatching yesterday.
I want to see season 2.
Me too, but it's not on Disney Plus yet.
No, I really like Abbott Elementary. That made me really happy. But what did not make me very happy, sorry, what were you saying?
I was just going to say Quinta Brunson coming from Vine to this is like actually
to BuzzFeed
insane.
to this.
So
good to see.
So happy.
Yeah. I did not appreciate the Brad Pitt call out.
There were so many.
Yeah.
Like when you see them all clipped together, I was like, like they're being paid or something, because there was like
Margot Robbie sitting beside him.
Yeah, that was like they're in the movie together, so I'm like, okay, it's probably just press like to be like, ooh, rumors, chemistry, gotta watch the movie. But then like everyone on stage just being like, you got it wrong, it's Mrs. Pitt or whatever, and like the thing, or being like, hi Brad Pitt, or Austin Butler like saying hi. I'm like,
also like people I like like is it Quinta Brunson?
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was.
I think so.
Okay, sorry.
Or what did you say?
I said Quinta because it's QU, but I don't. Maybe it's not.
I really don't know.
I don't know if I've ever heard it out loud.
Quinta or Quinta? Wait, is that what you said? I have to look up pronunciation because now I like actually don't, because it's like Quinn.
Yeah.
So it should be Quinta, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
just, like,
I think that makes sense. Quinta. But I was like, really? we're here. We're at this level.
Because I'm like, I guess he's like whatever, a big celebrity, but I'm like, there's so many other celebrities there who were also like A-list, and I'm like, why are we still like, oh my god, also Brad Pitt?
Especially, I didn't know Brandon Fraser was blacklisted from Golden Globes.
Yeah,
like,
well, he was blacklisted
for him to be there, and it's like,
he wasn't there.
No, he was there, but like he's there. Someone who like has spoke out about abuse, and then an abuser's also there.
Literally.
Like,
I thought
obviously they weren't related.
Brendan Fraser wasn't there.
I thought he had that picture with the Everything Everywhere All at Once guy. Or is that not from
that was something? I think that was like the Hollywood Roundtable thing. I think he like put out a tweet being like,
sorry,
like you guys know I'm not gonna affiliate myself.
That makes sense. But I'm just like, what is with Golden Globes? Come on, you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's also just like weird because I never like
Quinta. Wait.
Quinta Brunson.
Just Quinta. Why is there slapping noise at the beginning?
Or is I feel like I'm not gonna trust that. I'm gonna trust like someone calling her name at like
Quinta Brunson.
Oh my god, Taryn.
Sorry, it just keeps replaying. I don't know. We should figure that out.
I really don't like it. Especially because like the allegations are like from his own children.
Yeah, and they don't talk to him.
Yeah.
Like the ones who aren't like legally obligated to talk to him don't talk to him and have said like I don't like when your kids are like posting on Instagram being like, no, this guy's like a piece of shit and like literally abused us and like my mom, and then he's still, and no one cares.
Literally no one cares.
It's just again, it's the Amber Heard
shit
effect. Like,
I just, like, I'm generally, what's not clicking in your brain?
like, actually, it's just because it's like, well, he's in so many movies that I like,
And he's such an icon.
and he was really hot in the 90s.
Yeah.
Same with Johnny Depp. Everyone's like, he was
Exactly.
really hot in the 90s. So, like,
So that means he's exempt from all
Yeah.
time. Do you know how many pretty people there are? Sorry.
yeah, who don't abuse people.
Yeah. Go outside.
What's his name? Abbott Elementary.
Oh,
Tyler James William.
James William.
I was watching the first 2 episodes again, and I was like, stop looking at me.
He's playing a teacher, like a nerdy teacher, and you're like, oh
Like a
my
loser,
God.
literally.
No, I like him. But
From
I'm like,
the first thing that came to mind.
no. I'm like, I get that he's like a movie star, and obviously, like, if I saw Brad Pitt, I'd be like, whoa, that's Brad Pitt.
I wouldn't be like, I bow down to you. I love
Yeah.
you so much.
I'm Mrs. Brad Pitt.
Imagine we were married. Yeah. Also, saying Mrs. Pitt after he has allegations literally
Of
abusing his
abusing his
wife.
That's so. Who was that?
Oh my god.
I like can't picture the video.
It was. Oh my god.
Dum.
Dong.
Like, that's a genuine question. Are they being paid to, like, cover up? But also, like, I feel like they don't need to do that. I feel like nothing bad's happened to that guy. Nothing bad's
No,
gonna
I'm like,
happen.
I think, yeah, people are just
like that,
yeah.
which is very upsetting. Well, it's to the haters watching this on fucking YouTube Shorts.
Our
It's
one
just,
hater.
yeah, so exhausting to see. And I know we've said this with the Megan stuff, but it's just like,
Yeah.
what world do we live in where,
Literally.
like, it's also I don't understand, like, domestic violence is so common, unfortunately.
Yep.
Like, you look at any, like, relationship with people in, like, their 40s, and half the time they're like, oh, my husband. like
Oh, yeah,
and there's
yeah.
tension.
Yeah.
And, like, it's
Throwing
just,
things.
what do you mean you don't believe it? As if you don't know, a woman in your life who hasn't experienced some form of this.
It's because it's normalized so men can do it, and it's normalized so women can.
Take it. Or
Yeah.
put up with it.
Exactly.
And it makes my tummy twirl.
No, like, we were talking, there's a whole thing about Andrew Tate, too.
Mm-hmm.
I, like, posted on my story because we know some boys who are
Everybody
diehard,
fucking went to high school
literally,
with.
who are diehard Andrew Tate fans, and, like, love to be like, no, he has, like, good, like, inspirational quotes. I'm like, no, you just hate women. Anyways.
And be like, it's not that serious, you guys.
Yeah, like, you're
That-
being really dramatic.
I love just name dropping people, but they don't listen to this, so it's fine. I'm not gonna name drop, sorry.
but yeah,
I mean,
just
like,
being very, like, you know who you are
Yeah.
if you were watching this. But yeah, I was talking to Farron, like, before you
Yeah.
got there, and just being like, it's actually so scary because, like, the post I posted was like, new, it was like a girl who came out against him,
Yeah.
and there was like messages and then there
actual
was like
evidence.
like voice recording
memo.
of him, like, admitting. And I was just like, it's just so scary how common this is and how normalized it is, and how, like, I don't really know too many people in my life who, especially, like, in my close, like, circle of friends who, like, have been, like, assaulted
Yeah.
or, like, anything like that. But, like, it will happen.
Mm-hmm.
It'll either happen to me.
We're also young.
Yeah. No, it'll either happen to me or it'll happen to, like, one of my close friends.
Yeah.
And it's just like
Just statistically, that is what happens.
And it's like, well, we're taught to do everything in our power to stop it, but still
maybe,
fucking gonna happen.
yeah.
So,
Or, oh, fuck, I was gonna say something. At, like, just, like, every guy we went to high school with, and how, like, they will say these things with their friends, but, like, obviously we were like, sorry, what's up?
yeah.
You said something about this? And they're like, like, I was just
Nothing,
joking.
it was a
just
joke.
silly.
Haha.
It's like, you are going to be an abuser.
Yeah. And it's just like, I don't know, we don't really let that slide. We say something about it, and we're like, no, like, you actually can't say that. And it just still doesn't do anything.
Like, I wonder if your girlfriends know
Yeah.
about this. The women you go on
Literally.
dates on. Like,
literally most of them have girlfriends.
maybe that's why your relationships, like, half the time last, like, months and they don't work out. And you're like, oh.
And you only date girls who are 3 years younger than you.
So exhausting, you guys.
I know. It's a pattern. And it's so sad. And
Also,
I just wish that I could reach out to their girlfriends and be like, hey.
Also, how the
Please.
fuck can you be a mama's boy? Like, how can you look your mother in the eye, your sister in the eye, any woman you know, and be like, I have literally just said that this, like, accused rapist is, like, a good person and I like him.
But it's like, he's not convicted.
And
he
like, is, like, the most violent and aggressive, outward spoken person I've ever seen before.
Like, so, like, owning it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you actually can't stand behind this guy and be like, no, but, like, it's a bit. And, like, he's not convicted.
Because
and, like,
or most of the time, like, even with, like, Brad Pitt allegations, like, he's not saying shit about it.
yeah.
So it's like, then you could be like, I
Okay,
don't know
but,
about
like,
his case, and be like, well, he hasn't said anything yet, but, like,
That's still stupid, but it's not
it's
as,
still
like,
stupid, but
blatant. It's just, like, you are blind.
yeah.
Now it's, like, no, you're
You're
fully aware of who this person is.
and, like, I it's at the point where, like, what you said on your story, like, I actually can't, like, talk about this anymore and,
No.
like, try to defend.
Because it makes me more mad.
Oh, yeah, that's
They
what I was
don't
gonna say.
care.
It makes me sound like I'm the crazy one.
Yeah. That's every single time.
Every single time
we speak about anything, it's always, you guys are being, like, so dramatic. Like, it's just a joke. He's just joking. He's not that bad. It's just his quotes. Like, I just like his quotes.
It's just a media persona.
Yeah.
It's
He's just,
like,
like, a celebrity.
Oh, call back to me talking about, like, earlier in this podcast, growing up with media and how, like, everyone does now. And you go through so many phases in your life where you idolize people and you just always will.
Yeah.
So when there's so many boys who, like, idolize this guy now in, like, from ages fucking, like, 12 to 20, it's like, that is so many people and, like, so many different stages of your life, and they all still stand by this guy.
It's so funny when they're
Start
like,
drooling.
you guys like Harry
Sorry.
Styles, you guys like boy bands.
You're
Like,
so fucking.
you guys are.
What happened to the good guys? You guys always
Yeah,
go for
you guys
the
are like
bad
sheep.
guys.
Just like, I don't know. I'm just like,
We're just like,
I'm like, you guys are so fucking embarrassing. It's like, to see it from an outsider's perspective, I'm like, you're so embarrassing. I'm not afraid to say I hate you. And like, I don't, like, literally what you said, like, how can you have a mom, how can you have, like, a sister, a girlfriend, like, friends who are girls, and hang out with them? It's also, like, just thinking back to all the times we've hung out with them, just sitting there, I'm like, it's always, I feel like I've said this on, like, one of the episodes, but yeah, it's always us being like, oh, guess we'll sacrifice, like,
saying anything just so we can have a good time and get through this, like, hangout.
Giggle. I'm like, I don't know.
I'm so glad that we have grown past that point.
Yeah, I'm so glad I have friends who are girls.
No, sometimes you really just need your girls.
Yeah, like,
it makes it
it's
so
just
much more enjoyable.
Yeah. Because I've really only had problems with the guys.
Genuinely.
Have I fallen out with any friend who is a girl?
Literally no.
Like, not really.
I've been friends with Leo for
Literally. And, like, maybe I've had some in, like, 5th grade that I, like, don't really talk to, but I'm not, like...
It wasn't because I,
didn't
like,
wrong
hated
me,
them.
really,
It was
or-
literally just, like... Well, when you're young, you go through phases being like, no, I like
Yeah.
this thing that this friend's doing. I'm not going to talk to this friend anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it just happens.
Yeah.
That wasn't, like, a hateful, like, this
Not
person's
like
a bad person.
Yeah, like a 3-year
I have
friendship
no
ended.
vendettas against, like, my past friends at
No,
all.
even if it was, like, an argument when I was in 5th grade, it's like, it's over it. You're a good person
I was
now.
10.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I have to say about that. It's just, like, what do we say before we start recording? Get a fucking grip.
Yeah,
Get a hold of
fucking
yourself.
grip.
I'm spitting everywhere.
It's fine. I'm just so mad.
You guys make me upset. Is all I'm
You
gonna say.
you
have
watching
upset
this,
me.
you piss me off. Kidding. I'm
Everyone
kidding.
out there.
Kidding.
Just kidding.
Just the people who wrote those mean, nasty little comments. Never do that again.
But yeah, that's
you
all I
wanna-
have to say on that.
Yeah. If you want to leave, like, a nice comment,
If you want to leave like a heart emoji, I'll respond with the kissy face.
We promise.
We promise. With that said,
you almost got in a car accident like a week ago.
yeah, more light-hearted things. I'm gonna try to explain this to you guys the best way possible. So Taryn and I are driving home from work. Okay. I'm driving at an intersection of two major 60 speed limit roads or whatever, no pedestrians or anything. I'm going into the right turn lane and I have a yield sign.
It's like a little curve.
I'm in my own lane here with the little boulevard on both sides. I have a yield sign. I go to shoulder check and see if there's a car coming. Oh, the light just turned green. I can't go. There are cars coming. I look behind me. There's another car behind me, but it is perpendicular to the back of my car, and I'm like, oh my god, did that guy crash into the snowbank? He couldn't turn his wheel fast enough. So I was like, oh my god, look behind me. It's the guy's still turning his wheel. He's not stuck. He's looking at me and he's flashing 2 with his hands, and I was like, 2? What? 2 what? What is in this situation that you would be saying 2? And I was like, does he think there's 2 lanes?
Because no, there's not. Because
no, this is a right turn lane. Why would there be 2 turn lanes?
Never ever is there 2 right turn lanes.
And then I try to pull over because he's also perpendicular. You're not in the road. I don't know what you're doing. So I'm moving over to the right so he can straighten out. And he wasn't trying to straighten out behind me. He was straightening around as if there was another lane beside me.
And I was just creeping up slowly.
And I was like, wait, what is this guy doing? Still can't go. There are still cars coming.
Yeah.
I'm I haven't even thought about driving yet because I'm what is this guy doing? So I'm kind of pulling over to the right, and then he is so close to my car
because there's one lane.
It's one lane and there's
cars.
A snowbank. It's the middle of winter. Even if there was 2 lanes, there'd probably only be 1.
Yeah.
It's the winter and they don't pave the roads properly. But he just drives beside me and I'm looking at him out my window I'm going to be do you have beef with me? He doesn't look at me at all. He just drives into traffic and keeps going. And I was just and Taryn just goes, you just got past in a right turn lane. And I was like, that was so insane. And
because
then once he left, obviously he just conveniently got to go and there was no cars after he got around me.
Yeah.
And then I was just okay, and then I just was behind him and he just took off and that was the last we saw of him. But I was
we should have followed him.
I should have followed, because that was just the most insane thing I've ever experienced in my life.
The 2 thing is so funny because he's either saying, no, there's 2 lanes in this right turning lane, get over, or make room for me, or
was he
being
trying to be I have my own lane?
I don't know,
because no, I don't.
No, you don't. And or it's there's 2 lanes when you're turning right, so you have your own lane, which is not true.
No,
you are merging onto traffic, and the light just went green. So maybe you could have, if the car wasn't
about
beside
to hit
you.
Me.
It's maybe Karissa could have gone in normal circumstances, but the fact that this guy was right next to us was
enough to distract me from driving.
Okay, I'm not gonna go because I need to figure this situation out first.
One thing at a time.
Yeah.
Because also, I didn't know if this guy was trying to I don't know if this guy's car had broken down and he was trying to he was the problem or something, or he was trying to tell me something.
I don't think this was the best way to do it.
I was actually at a loss for words, and I was I need someone to explain what just happened to me.
If he was the problem and he hit the snowbank and was okay, I'm just gonna have to go around one of these cars, then he could have been sorry, or go ahead, or trying to figure out who goes first. He's just it's just so funny. Just imagining him being no, there's 2 lanes in this right turning lane and you're taking so fucking long and I'm gonna pass you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go at a 45-degree angle on the snowbank to get around you. It was just he also was in a car, a low-hanging car.
Yeah.
I'm oh, you don't give a fuck. You don't give a singular fuck. Also, POV, there's you wouldn't be able to see if there's a pedestrian beside me.
So funny.
And then Darren's I love when people do the most batshit insane things driving and then pretend that you're the loser who doesn't know how to drive.
So funny. I'm is this your first day driving ever? Or did you just come from the biggest city in the world?
A 50, 40-year-old man.
Yeah.
It just made me so happy.
Probably screaming at you in his car. Go! Bitch, come on, two! He's driving away. He's like, nobody in this fucking city knows how to drive. It's so funny.
Garbage. Like a taxi driver in like New York. But yeah, that was my car experience. And then I was thinking we could end talking about dream cars. And cars. Because we aren't experts.
No.
But of course...
we've done a lot of research, though.
We have local Saskatchewan dads.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have to know something or two
dads
about
in
cars.
trades.
So I don't know much about cars. I know that the one I have now is not ideal. It's not even that old, but just like shitty manufacturing.
American car.
But I want a old like 90s pickup truck so bad. That's like a pretty like a brown or blue or green color. I think would just be so fun. Because if I'm gonna live here, may as well play the part.
Exactly.
And like I can just drive around in the
up.
summer. I don't care.
Literally. And then it's like,
I can take the bus.
if it's like, yeah, if it's like new enough, then like it'll be fine in the winter.
I know, like, I
city
know trucks
driving.
are kind of shitty to drive in the winter because they don't have, like, weight on the back.
Yeah. No, my truck is worse than my car.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
But I'm like, it'd just be fun. And, like, for a couple $1,000s, I'll do it.
Literally.
Drive, like, as long as it's got, like, airbags and a seatbelt.
Because then it's yours.
Yeah. Exactly.
You
I think
take it
that'd be really
camping?
nice. I know, and I'm just like, that would be so fun to have a little camping car. It'd be so bad on gas. It'd be
So bad, especially an old one. It has like 2 gas tanks. That's what my mom had.
Yes.
So
It goes max 100.
Yeah.
Like the dial stops at 100.
Just makes so much noise. Only cassette players. You have to like hit the dash to get away.
Like, I just want a little photo shoot of me in a nice little
in
car.
her cowboy boots and her
And
big belt buckle.
Listening to Morgan Wallen. But no, I just think it'd be so fun, and
I think that you
the
should.
only thing is, I would like to know a thing or two about cars, just so like if there's a common problem, I know, and like I know enough like mechanics, like your dad's a mechanic, and
Yeah.
like Carson's dad's a mechanic. My dad knows stuff, and there's also mechanic shops, but like
Yeah.
I just want to like if it's something I can fix, I'd want to learn how to do it.
Yeah, or just know what the problem is. You
Yeah.
don't get like
So I'm not like, Daddy, can you come
me.
fix my car?
Literally me. My dad's like, so you didn't notice that rattling noise? And I'm like, nah, I play my music really loud.
But no, that's probably like one of my dream cars. But I also like Farron's little Volkswagen Golf.
It's
type
so
thing.
fast.
Yeah,
Turns
I love
so...
those like they look like mini like hatchbacks almost. That's like one of the Kashi used to have a Pontiac Vibe. Those ones are nice too.
That's a sick name. I
Yeah.
love Pontiac.
I think it is a good.
They're
It's solid.
good. It's because I don't know. Carson always says that he's like American brands are always like stupid and like badly. I think Pontiac is like a.
I think Pontiac's an exception because we used to have a
Yeah.
Pontiac too, and that thing was like 20 years old.
Mine's
Yeah.
20 years old, and it's like it's fine besides the tires. My
Yeah.
dad just has to fix the tires,
Same with mine.
which I'm like, that's like a $40. You bought them on Kijiji for $40. Hey,
Let's do it again.
let's do it again. I'm gonna hit some curbs. My dream car changes every 2 years.
Wait, station wagon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it
okay.
is right now.
I was like,
Because I got it kind of came with my like Italian American obsession.
she wants a big thing.
Okay,
No.
okay, like the camera just died, and it's just gonna be the outro's just gonna not
Yeah.
be video because I don't care. Yeah, so it kind of went with my Italian American fantasy when I started watching like The Godfather and Goodfellas and all those old movies, and went to New York. I was also like watching all those movies and like romanticizing New York, and then I got there, I'm like, oh, this is not what it was like in the 70s in movies.
Yeah.
But also just in every 80s movie or like every 80s 90s movie, the road trip car is like a station wagon.
Yeah.
And I just want one of those so bad. I think they
The
look
vibes.
so cool when they have like 9 seats, and like I just want a car with like the skinny steering wheel, which means that it doesn't have
Absolutely.
airbags.
Yeah.
But like they're just so cool.
You win some, you lose some. I don't know.
Yeah, like whatever. Like whatever.
What do you want me to do about it?
Like it looks prettier. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know, they're just like so cool. Just like a red one, like a burgundy, like the burgundy like cream color, or like there's like green ones. The thing is, I can't find them anywhere. Like a truck, you can probably find, like if you just wanted a truck, it'd be easy to find like a nice one that like you don't have to do a lot of work on, and the paint isn't rusting, might be trickier. But like you cannot find a station wagon for sale that isn't like actual junk from the 40s.
Yeah, I mean, if it's from like the 70s.
Yeah. But the thing is, I see a lot of them not driving around, but like I'll see some in like driveways and stuff. I'm like, I know they exist. I just think people aren't selling them because they're like
pretty, and people want like,
yeah.
You gotta have something for those car shows in the summer.
Exactly. So I'll probably just have to wait till I'm like rich and I just like get one
and famous
that like costs a lot of money.
Yeah,
I just think that'd be, again, such a cool road trip car, because it's just like the biggest, that's what they're made for. Like so many seats,
family,
big back, the longest. You cannot parallel park that thing.
No.
And I would love an excuse to not parallel park.
Exactly.
And I'm used to having a car that's a yacht.
As a low-hanging boat.
Yeah. You just got a behind.
Baby got back.
Baby got back. So yeah, that's my dream car. It used to be like, there was a 1980s Jeep something. I can't remember what the name was.
You did have a Jeep phase, and it made me really upset.
Yeah. I was just like, that's before I knew like old cars existed. I was just like, I hate all new cars, which I still do.
Yeah.
You know what I do like though? Camaros. Chevrolet Camaro. Like Bumblebee from Transformers. Okay.
Let me look it up.
I thought that would help. That is the only new car. I don't like love the newer ones. I think the 2000s ones.
Camaro at the car show.
Because my dad he's like, those are all right. He would get one.
Chevy Camaro?
Yeah. That's like one of the only newer cars that I don't hate.
Like, I guess. They look like a Dodge Charger.
No, yeah, it's like pretty much the same. But I just think if I were to get a newer car, and it'd be like kind of a sports car, and I'd be like Megan Fox and Transformers. But no, I just love old cars. I just actually can't wrap my head around like building cars or fixing cars, so like I would not survive with an old car.
More female mechanics.
Yeah, so that I'm not scared.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the thing, is like we need friends who, like, each person needs like a different skill.
No, sometimes I'm like, the trades seem so tempting.
Yeah, because it's like, so valuable to know, just like actual life skills that you can like make a lot of money off of. Because
I'm like, I think Cash was also being like, I should have gone into trades. I shouldn't have gone into like psychology. But I'm like, I got time. Might get like a 4-year degree and then do like a 2-year like apprenticeship.
Yeah, it's like
just
short.
Learn how to mechanic. That'd be so fun. Learn how to mechanic. Learn how to fix cars. I feel like that'd be valid. Or when I take my 4th gap year.
Yeah, just be like, well, might as well do something. Yeah, like, it'd be so...
Like, don't tempt me right now.
Because then you could have a degree and then also just, like, you can also do it anywhere.
Yeah, or just learn it for the life skill.
Literally. Just be like, well, I can help.
Yeah.
Like what my dad does, he just...
Yeah.
Like, my parents' friends will just be like, can you look at my car? And he's like,
that's why people love
please
him.
Challenge me, literally. But yeah.
Probably wrap it up.
Obsession of the week.
Did you have one ready? I never have one ready, and guys, this is my job, and I don't do it very well.
I said my one that I had before coming here was having a 2-day migraine, but then I already told that story, and then I was gonna say the Golden Globes, and then you brought it up immediately.
There's no communication on our part. I'm gonna say...
We just have the same brain. I'm really liking this rose syrup Earl Grey that I still haven't finished.
That Farron curated her own goddamn self.
Yeah, it's really good. So I would say
fun drinks.
The Fabelmans winning best drama picture at the Golden Globes. Not having a migraine anymore, and this Linden Fog.
She has multiple obsessions.
I'm so obsessed. My straw just squeaked.
I'm getting back into candles since my brother got me this candle. From The Better Good, I believe. It's called The Sun. Citrus, tobacco, and cedar. I don't know. It smells like hazelwood or something.
That's good.
I don't know. I really like it. It's very cozy. And then I like, I cleaned my bathroom the other day and it smelled like bleach really bad. So I was like, let me put a candle in there. And then I was like, oh wait. Like, not that it's just gonna like explode because of the fumes, but I'm like, I feel like this is a hazard. Yeah. But also, it seems like a good idea to put a scented candle in a bathroom. But I was like, maybe I should turn the fan on for a bit first.
That's so funny. Karissa creates a like
ammonia
bomb or whatever.
Hydrogen bomb. No, I did not, and I'm still safe. And now I know.
Because how would she be here if she did?
If
you watch the video portion, Karissa's hair is sticking straight up and her eyebrows are singed
and my eyelashes are gone
and she's like coughing smoke
like Hades' hair from Hercules.
And yeah, every once in a while you just cough and it'll just be like smoke,
black smoke.
And I've just been
laugh
trying
out
to
loud.
like I've been trying to like ignore it the whole time.
It's just so distracting.
It's like I can't even look at you. Like your hair's sticking straight up. It's like you got struck by lightning.
You were so embarrassing. Yeah. That was a good pod.
That was a good pod. We took a little intermission and got back on track.
Yeah.
It's always good to do.
Sometimes you just have to like look at the ceiling and say, God.
And, like take a breath.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was episode 7.
And you know what comes after 7?
7, 8, 9. So I guess next week will be our 2-month anniversary.
And it will be something special for each other. We could do a Valentine's Day theme episode.
Make Valentine's Day cards. We should do more themed episode. We gotta start doing cold opens. We were always talking about doing cold opens, but
hey, they don't need to know that until we actually do it.
Ignore that. Unless like you would
want to give us some ideas.
Like comment down below. And no hate comments.
Yes, only positive energy.
Only positivity. Because we are so positive and we were not haters this episode. Yeah. So we deserve a little treat.
Okay.
We'll see
Bye,
you guys.
Mwah, mwah.
Mwah.